Despite the massive success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and its headliners like Iron Man and Thor popularizing Marvel to the entire globe, why does Spider-Man still remain to be the unquestioned face of Marvel? Well, there are many reasons behind that, and some has to do with publicity and some simply go directly to the fandom. So I tried to compile top 5 of the biggest reasons behind Spider-Man's massive popularity and his role as the headliner of Marvel as a whole. Let's get into them. Number 5. He is one of the most enduring cultural icons. When Spider-Man first debuted in 1962, he quickly became the most resonating superhero amongst the audience. He is one of the first very superhero who deals with everyday circumstances like school, relationships, and finances, and this made him approachable to all age of audiences. As you know, teenagers are the biggest buyers of comics in any era, so they'd have all his fun Spider-Man relatable. And when those kids grew up, even their own kids started to love Spider-Man, and this vicious cycle has been continued till today. For this very reason, the Spider logo, the red-blue costume, and his web swinging are globally recognized symbols. His legacy spans 6 decades of uninterrupted publication, transcending both comics and movies. Number 4. His wide media exposure. This is a known fact that Spider-Man has appeared across nearly every form of media. His touch goes straight from comic books to big leagues of movies, video games to even vague industries like radio and musicals. His movie legacy began earlier than MCU's success, with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy breaking box office records and laying the groundwork for modern superhero cinema. This contributed to his versatility as a fictional character amongst the audience. Number 3. Relatable character. Peter Parker is the everyman superhero, an ordinary person thrust into extraordinary circumstances. In storytelling, an everyman character serves as a relatable figure, someone who faces challenges and dilemmas that reflect the universal human experience. You'd see this almost everywhere these days, especially in anime. But him being one of the first everyman superhero really ended up cementing his standing. Unlike many MCU heroes who start with immense wealth like Iron Man or the godly heritage of Thor, Spider-Man started as a nerdy, working-class teenager. This makes him more accessible to fans, and his growth as a character creates a sense of growth among fandom as well. Number 2. Marvel's mascot. Spider-Man was Marvel's flagship character even before the MCU existed. He was always featured prominently in comic book events and merchandise. His presence on backpacks, toys, and cereal boxes predated Iron Man's or Thor's mainstream recognition. Marvel has positioned Spider-Man as their logo of sorts, appearing alongside their name and branding. Hey, even I had a Spider-Man backpack in my childhood. And no matter how much popular the other characters get, you simply can't move the spotlight to them after all this. Pretty sure the fans would riot if they did. Number 1. Box office and licensing power. There is a reason why almost every superhero poster and video game advertisements ends up showing you the same old web slinger. It's because he actually brings in that kind of money to the creators. Our beloved Iron Man became iconic largely due to Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal in the MCU, which ended with the Avengers Endgame. His comic book popularity pre-MCU was nowhere near Spider-Man's. Thor and Captain America, while now recognized globally, still lack Spider-Man's cultural penetration outside the MCU. And Spider-Man has consistently broke box office records and has a big hold in the video game industry, proven by the success of No Way Home and last year's Spider-Man 2 game by Insomniac. Not to mention, Spider-Man consistently outsells every other Marvel character in merchandise sales, including Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and even Wolverine. So producers always bet their money on Spidey over anyone else, almost instinctively at this point. And there you have it, the reasons I believe Spider-Man has remained Marvel's leading superhero. Admittedly, this list might be a bit biased, let's face it, I'll always root for Spidey. But if you think otherwise, feel free to share your perspective in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and maybe even debate a counterpoint or two. Until next time.